Okay, so for those that haven't seen my house, I'm going to give a quick tour of my front yard. And actually this is most of you because only a few family members have been over here seeing this house. Although some friends visited me down in Key Largo when I lived there. Okay, so this is the front yard. When we moved in about 3.5 years ago, there was only a bumpy lawn. So everything growing out there except the grass, I put up, including the split little fence you see out there, and a little Victorian style path with the strawberry bed, benches. So starting left, we have the chicken coop, goes all the way around to the back where the actual coop is. I included a fenced-in area all the way to the front door, so they have plenty of space. There's 9 of them, 5 buff Orpington and 4 barred rock. So starting here, I have lots of raspberry bushes. I have 3 grapes that are creeping up the fence. And here we're coming to the corner of the house. Here you can see the coop is, the chicken area is continuing all the way back to the coop, which is right. There's a little kids area. Actually, the chickens, this fenced in also so they can stay in there. Okay, then over to the side of the front yard, there's more berry bushes, raspberry, dewberry, a few strawberries in between, but it's not growing that big over good over here. There's not enough sun, I think, and kind of gets dry once in a while because it doesn't rain much on it, and I sometimes forget to water it. Then over here we have a Japanese maple tree, quite big, nice colors in the fall. More, these are dewberries over here. We have finally, I'll be getting a whole string of dwarf fruit trees and berry bushes, starting with 3 different types of blueberries. There's a dwarf apple tree, 5-in-1, and one more over here. 5 different apples on one tree, specially grafted from Australia. They're not doing that good. They've been here 3.5 years almost, and have grown the least. Maybe again because there's more shade on this end. Berries, more blackberries. They gave pretty good this year. Finally, we have here a very special tree. I have 2 of those. One of them is much bigger than the other. It is 6-in-1 actually. There is 2 or 3 different peaches. There's nectarines, plums, and apricot on one tree. And then we have the last of the blackberries, and then we're starting the dewberries, and here's the second specially 6-in-1 tree. More dewberries, really good this year. And then finally here there is a 5-in-3. Maybe it's grown quite big. All of those dwarf again. And there's 5 different pairs. I see there's looks like the blackberry has creeped all the way over here. Then there's the dewberry, which is, by the way, they do runners under the ground. So I just started with 3 of these. Now some of them I actually sold some of them. Yeah, they give little babies quite good. And the last of the second of the 5-in-1 dwarf pear tree. And the raspberries are starting over here. They gave also good over there. Then there's a few boysenberries, but it's a mix between blackberry and raspberry. Tastes really good. And over kind of hiding, it's going to be in the corner, it's going to be a cherry dwarf. More raspberry. This is a cherry plum. In Europe, I think we'd call it Mirabella. They grow wild in Denmark, where I come from. Hopefully it's going to start producing next year or the year after. I used to have 2 of those, but a deer devoured one of them. And here is a dwarf North Star cherry tree. They're a little more tart, used for pies. All right, we're going to go. There's my car. There's a big mountain of mulch. That car there is Hens. I live in an apartment downstairs. Down here at the end of the driveway, some potatoes. Yard is a kind of a wilderness. It's 5 times as big as the front yard, but it had lots of huge trees when we moved in, and I took down 9 of them, and over the years I'm going to take down more and slowly transform it into a nice lawn area with a pool. I can spend some time. Okay, here we have I think it's lemon balm, and here's a little fenced-in area also on the side of the driveway where I have rosemary, rhubarb, some perennials, more raspberry, more blackberry, a dwarf peach tree, just one type on that one, some special cherry bushes, and on the corner we have the second dwarf white cherry tree. There's also some parsley in between here. Okay, then we start over going to the left, coming out the door, all of a vegetable, rose here, cantaloupe and watermelon, tomato plants. Here's a view from the other side, tomatoes. There is green pepper plants. There's a huge dwarf, a huge cherry tomato. It has about 20 tomatoes on it currently. And in the middle is another gooseberry plant. Green peppers again, some perennial flowers, more cantaloupe, and yes, finally another view of the large cucumber plant. It has lots of cucumbers coming on it, so cucumber salads, perennials down here, a large one here and here. So, and here is my front yard. And keep in mind that all of this bumpy lawn, no fence, no plants out there. Got to actually show here in the middle, in the path. We have Nectarine, dwarf tree here. It about this year, last year, and it looks like it's going to give a lot this year. I have some flowers in between the benches, and here is a dwarf lemon tree. Gave about 20 here. Looks like it's going to give about the same here. Then I have another dwarf citrus tree, and then the 4th one over here. Those 2 have not flowered yet. Hopefully they will next year.